Should you be focusing on IGTV? Hi, I'm Frank Wazetter, and I've helped a dozen companies scale up to their first million using social media, using SEO, using expanding their digital presence, across web development and web design. And I see a lot of people who are a little bit hesitant about IGTV, or they're not confident in their ability to produce video on IGTV. If you look at my Instagram profile here, at FXWazetter, that's at FXWAZETER, almost like half of my content is now with IGTV. And here's why. So you got to kind of, when you're looking at like what you want to invest in with content and, what platforms you push to and like what thing, you got to look at a couple things. You got to look at the audience. Do they have the eyeballs that can actually lead to traffic, followers, subscribers, ultimately customers, clients, things like that? And what is their motivation? So in this case, you look at IGTV and it's like, yes, they have the eyeballs. Just period, end of story. They're like Instagram at large is probably like the third, fourth, something like that, most popular channel out there in terms of social media platforms. I think, it's like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And so yes, your customer is on Instagram. Your customer is on IGTV, period, end of story. You don't have an opinion about that. If you think that your customer isn't there, you just haven't learned how to leverage the platform to get to your customer yet. I promise you. The second portion is what's the motivation behind the company. So in this case, why would Instagram, Facebook, who owns Instagram, be pushing IGTV? Why would they do that? What's in it for them? Think about that. YouTube, as the longest standing, it's essentially been around there even really, I think it even edged out Facebook before it even came out. I think Google bought it back in like 2005, 2006, something like that. YouTube is the second most trafficked website on the planet. So Google's number one, YouTube's number two. They've got I think like the numbers in like the trillions of videos, something like that, being published and put out there. There's a huge audience uploading videos. Even you see anyone nowadays, like if you're not on the bandwagon of just like, hey, I want to go learn something, you're go YouTube it, then you're not. You're missing the boat. You should probably get on it, or you've probably at least seen people going out there and exploiting, or you've seen somebody younger, going through and basically, using YouTube like it's their Bible. And this means this means one thing to Facebook, means one thing to Instagram. That's a huge amount of different kinds of traffic that they're not capitalizing in. So IGTV is Instagram's attempt at capturing into that digital media, that interactive video portion of the base, saying, okay, we want to move beyond lives, we want to move beyond these things, and we want to have engaging video content and a platform for people to use it basically as a replacement and or competitor to YouTube. So they've got a vested economic interest in pushing IGTV nonstop. So I'm always saying, you can't fight the 800-pound gorilla in the room. And you got to work with it. You got to work with the market and with the economics in terms of what the digital world is doing. And when you see a company like Instagram putting all this effort into a channel like IGTV, what you need to be seeing that as is an avenue where they are trying to capture a market, and they've got the money, the resources, and the capability to do it. And what that means for you is they're going to be promoting content more across IGTV to support people, saying, hey, look, if you get on IGTV and you are posting good content and getting it out there, we are going to support you and engage you more. I get much more engagement on my IGTV videos than I do on any of the other videos, than like, just even the pictures and things like that I put out there. One of the reasons is that as someone who's starting, like building, an initial following and a base and, going up from there, they're saying, like algorithmically, okay, well, we want to support that. So as long as they're doing the right things and they're being consistent with their production there, we want them to feel good about pushing that content through. So the bottom line is, if you're not, if you're on Instagram, and if you're not, you need to be, and you're not taking advantage of IGTV, you're really, really missing out on an opportunity to get easier traffic and get easier flow of customers and, getting much, much more engagement to get your following built up and going through. So the number one key takeaway here is get on IGTV yesterday. You don't need to have a bunch of, fancy equipment to start. I just used my phone to start on IGTV. So just get it going, get it rolling. That's all I got for you today. I'm Frank Wazetter. I'll see you in the next one.